So you guys want to know the 10 easy ways to start building credit in 2023. Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another StratticeTM video. Guys, we are back. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to get a 750 plus credit score without really doing too much work. Guys, if you're new to the channel, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you do find anything in this video useful, and drop down in the comment section below what you guys want to see next. Now guys, if you don't know too much about me, my name is Muhammad Ali, aka known as StratticeTM here on the channel, and in a matter of 2 years of building credit, I've been able to get my credit score to 750 plus. Now guys, I'm 20 years old currently right now, and pretty much I'm gonna give you guys a list of 10 things you can start doing today, maybe you haven't known before or you haven't did before, but stuff that you can do right now to start building your credit and to start heading on the road to becoming a millionaire. Let me tell you why it's so important to build credit. Number one, if you want to go ahead and be able to borrow money and be able to qualify for better interest rates and get things like car loans and mortgages and be able to leverage money for your advantage, you're not going to be able to do any of that without building your credit. Now, maybe, our older generation back in the day who used to think, well, we don't have to build credit and we can pay everything off in cash. Well, guys, sorry to let you down, but the world does not work that way anymore. All right, building credit is, let's just say, the way to break out of the matrix. All right, building credit will help you be able to do things like buy a vehicle without any money down, or get a good interest rate on your mortgage so that way you're not paying extra money into interest that you're never going to see again. Or even maybe number three, be able to qualify for certain things that you wouldn't have been able to qualify for example, personal loans, just a whole bunch of other reasons. All right, the number one thing you can start doing right now to build your credit today, and starting off with the first one on our list, is get a credit card. We're gonna start building our list right here. So guys, get a credit card, right? One of the easiest ways for you guys to start building credit is to get a credit card and start using it responsibly, right? Look for a card with low fees and a high credit limit, and that way you'll be able to pay your balance in full at the end of every month. Now, some of the cards that I want to recommend on my side, some of the cards that I use building, my number one choice that I would recommend is a Discover secured credit card. That is the card that I use personally to jumpstart my credit. When I was 18 years old, I got a Discover secured credit card, and I ended up starting off pretty much how a secured credit card works is, unlike your traditional cards, these cards are used to build credit. So pretty much what you can do is the money you put down, it's almost like putting a down payment on a credit card. What you put down is going to basically be stored with the card for a few months. So when I first started, I gave them $1,500 and I had a credit limit of $1,500 every month. From there, I was able to go use it for things like gas, food, or normal expenses that I'd use it for every single day, except what I was able to do is at the end of every month, I was able to pay it off through the money I had in my bank account. And if you're not familiar, that's pretty much how you pay off the credit card. So at the end of 7 months, what I was able to do is my secured credit card actually flipped to unsecured, and I was able to get that $1,500 back. Plus they upped my limit and it became an unsecured credit card. And what I actually do every few months is I'm able to up my limit, and I've gone from $1,500 on that exact credit card to like $9,500 today. All right guys, so number two on our list is to let's just put it right over here, is to get a right over there, is to get a credit building loan. Now, I wouldn't say the first few ways to start building credit, but if you're in a position where it might actually benefit you a little bit better, you can actually go apply for a credit building loan. A credit building loan is a small loan that you take out and you guys can pay back over time. As you make the payments, they'll then reports your activity to the credit bureaus, helping you build your credit. So pretty much you can take out a small credit loan for, let's say, $2,000, and you slowly but surely pay that back. Let's say you might not even need the actual money that you're taking out, so what you can do is actually keep it on the side, use that money to pay off the loan, and of course you might have to pay back a little bit of interest, but you're not paying for the interest, you're actually paying to build credit. So in the end, it all works out. Number three on our list is to become an authorized user on someone else's credit card. If you have a family member who's great with their credit history is being paid every single month, and they just have, excellent credit in terms of responsibility and whatnot, guys, it might make sense to start off your journey as being an authorized user. find someone that's willing to help you out and put you on their credit card, so that way not only can you learn and watch the ways to build credit, but you can also get a little bit of participation yourself. This allows you to build credit by using their card, but make sure you pay off any charges and you pay it off the payments on time. That way you'll be able to continue and have a good history. Number 4 on our list is to pay all your bills on time. Guys, this one might seem obvious, but paying your bills on time is one of the most important factors in terms of getting good credit. Guys, late payments can actually have a negative impact on your credit score, so make sure you pay all your bills on time, including rent, utilities, and any other loans that you guys take out. As long as you continue to pay back all your payments on time, the bank and the credit bureaus are going to notice this once it's reported, and they're going to say, you know what? We like that guy a lot. I think we're going to loan him some more money. And that's exactly how you're going to slowly but surely start to build your status in terms of building credit. Guys, the next one on our list, I'm not even sure where we are numbers wise, but next one on our list is to use your credit card wise. All right. In addition to paying off your balances in full each month, try to avoid using your credit card for non-essential purchases and only use it for purchases for items that you can already afford. For example, don't get a credit card and now with your credit card limit of $2,500, you go buy that brand new PC that you didn't even have enough money to pay off, right? That is the number one reason how you can end up getting into credit card debt. And once you end up getting in credit card debt, it's pretty hard to get out of it, right? Just because most of the time, if you go into debt, it's because you didn't have the money in the first place. Only spend with what you have. If you only have $50 in your bank account, don't go out spending $100 or $200 on something that you don't even need. The biggest reason is you're going to use credit cards as the way the banks want you to use it, and that's how they make money, is when you don't have enough money to pay off your balance every month, they're going to charge you interest, you're going to have a bad credit score, and you're not going to be able to get all the benefits and advantages of having good credit. Only use your card for money that you already have the money for in your bank account, for example, like gas, food, any other items that I would say is everyday use. For example, your utilities, your bills, your phone bill, Wi-Fi, electric. The next one on our list, guys, is do not close any old credit card account. Now, thank God I seen this, because I think I almost closed out one of my accounts because I didn't want it anymore. But guys, do not close any old credit card accounts you have. Those are actually going to help build your credit, and when you actually close one, pretty much all the history that it had with it is going to be closed as well, and it's going to end up hurting you, not helping you. Even if you had a bad history in one of those accounts, do not close it down. What you can do instead is pay off the balance you owe, and start slowly but surely paying off your balances every single month. And then what I would do is, if you really don't even need the credit card, use it maybe about a few times a month, just so that way you have a little bit of history, and that way you're taking advantage of the card and building your credit as well. All right, guys, the next one on our list to help build your credit today is to keep your credit utilization low. Now, guys, if you're not sure what credit utilization is, I'm gonna go ahead and explain it very simply. If you have a credit limit of up to $3,000 and you use $1,500, you've used 50% of your credit utilization. Pretty much is the amount you use, depending on what your limit is going to be the utilization you use. Now, to get good credit, guys, you got to use just below 30%. Now, I generally like to keep my stuff below 5 to 10% personally, but guys, generally the goal or the target with this is to keep it below 30%. Don't max out your credit card. That does not help you build credit. When you max out your credit cards, you actually pose as a higher risk to the credit cards and the banks that you're using. Generally, what you actually want to do is you want to use just about 30%, if anything, and have that owed every single month. So generally, I like to have most of my stuff paid off every single month, but what I actually do for some of my accounts is I leave about $100 balance in every single one of the accounts, just so that way I can show that I can have it paid off every single month. Now, I have about 4 credit cards at this moment. I have a Discover Secured card, I have a Chase Student Freedom, I have a Chase Unlimited Freedom, and I also have an American Express, I believe the Blue Cash Preferred card. And with all of those together, I have a combined limit of going on just about $30,000. So for 20 years old, for the banks to be able to allow me to have $30,000 not only shows to myself, but it should show to you guys that I've deemed myself as responsible with their credit. And that's the goal, because I can walk into any car dealership, I can almost go into any mortgage place for a home and get pre-approved and actually approved with the snap of a finger. Of course, a little bit different when it comes to a home, when it comes to being pre-approved, just because you need a little bit more than just good credit. But pretty much overall, the point I'm trying to make is having good credit is going to benefit you. It's going to save you money down the long term, and it's going to make you sleep really good at night. The next one on the list to help keep your credit in check is to get you an app that not only you can monitor your credit, but you can see the ways to help improve your credit. Guys, if you want to be able to build good credit, you got to know where you're at. If you don't know where you're at, or if you're just sitting there guessing, well, I might be in the 650s or the 780. No, guys, go get an app. The app you use is going to give you an idea. It's not going to tell you exactly what your credit score is, but it'll give you an idea of where your credit is and what you have to do to actually keep it in check. Some good apps that I use personally, if you guys are banked with Chase has a credit journey app that actually tells you what your score is, tell you what you can do to improve your score, and tells you what some of the important factors are in terms of keeping your credit in check. Another free one that anybody can get is called Credit Sesame. It's something that I have, and it is pretty accurate in terms of where your score is. So I would recommend getting that if you don't already have that, so that way you can keep your credit in check as well. Another app, I know a lot of people like Credit Karma. That is another app you can get as well. And pretty much any free app that does not give you a hard check, that you can check your credit, is what you want to get, just so that way you can stay on top of your stuff, and so that way you can continue to watch your credit grow in real time. All right, guys, the next one on our list, next bullet point right over here, is to put your reoccurring expenses on a credit card. Now, of course, the number one in my list was to get a credit card, but guys, on top of that, just going over the point again, put your reoccurring charges on your credit card. For example, your phone bill, your electricity, any of your utility bills, and anything else that you use on a daily basis that automatically comes out of your account. Maybe like your mortgage payment, or maybe like your car payment as well. Put that on your credit card. The reason why you want to put that on your credit card is because once you use that card and continually pay that off every month, you're going to build credit. Pretty simple, pretty easy. You use your card, you pay off your card, your credit goes up. That's it. Keep it simple, and for the most part, you'll see a raise in your credit. All right, guys, and the last one on my list is to use your credit card for everyday small purchases. Now, like I said, guys, this is something that you are able to start today. Anybody right now could go onto any of the websites and they can go and apply for a credit card today. And depending on, if you do get approved and whatnot, guys, this isn't financial advice. I do want to let you know. This is just my tips and tricks that I've used throughout my life to help build and establish my own credit. But use it for small everyday purchases. Guys, I don't use cash anymore, or I at least try not to for a majority of the most part. The reason why is I like to not only track my expenses with a credit card, but I also like to earn points and benefits when I do use my credit card. For example, there's going to be, once you start diving into credit, there's different types of credit cards you guys can actually apply for. You have credit building credit cards, you have cashback credit cards, you have flight credit cards, hotel credit cards, points credit cards. You have a ton of different type of credit cards. My favorite is the cashback credit card. The reason why the cashback credit cards are my favorite is because every time I do use my credit card and swipe it, use it, scan it, I earn a percentage of what that purchase was, and that actually comes right back to me. For most of my credit cards, they're like 1 to 2%. My American Express has a 5% at US supermarkets, so anytime I go grocery shopping, if I spend $100 grabbing food and groceries, I'm gonna get $5 back. Now you might see, hey, Strattice, that's really not a lot of money. $5 for free? Heck, if you put a $5 bill in front of me, I'll take that. All right, pretty much you got to take advantage of the little things, because before you know it, all those charges start to build up, and before you know it, you got $1,000 in saved up points or saved up cash back that you can use to go on an early vacation, just to cash out or get yourself something nice. Using your credit card and finding ways to keep it active, like I said, not maxing it out. Of course, you don't want to spend money on stuff that you don't have, but finding ways to use your credit card and take it to its potential will help you slowly and surely to build credit. I think my first year of building credit, I went from a pretty much like a no score, so like a pure 0, and I went all the way up to like a 720. In the second year, I started building up to like a 720, all the way up to like a 750. Keep in mind, I got 4 credit cards. Now I do have an auto loan as well. So now the next thing on my list is to get a mortgage. Pretty much from there, I'm going to have a pretty solid score. Of course, you can be a 750, but be a a light 750, meaning that sure, your score might show high, but you really don't have a lot backed up, and they call it like a weak credit score. Even though you have a high score, it's weak because maybe you only got 1 line of credit, 2 lines of credit, and with a weak score, you might not be able to get qualified for the stuff you want in your life. Other than that, guys, this was a short video on just a few tips and tricks on how to start building your credit today in 2023. If you guys did enjoy the video, or you want me to get more in detailed about any certain aspect of credit, or the best type of credit cards in 2023 are, or going over some of the benefits of the cards that I have, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Like I said, guys, I do more than just gaming. I do financial stuff, and at the end of the day, I want to help you guys grow, so that way you guys can get your very own home, your very own vehicle, or just so that way you can build some credit. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I will see you on the next one. Lights, camera, you know what time it is. Credit time!